up until 1994, almost 10 years, we only had one restaurant.
Right.
And believe me, we thought about it a lot. And we had, a lot of meetings, and we even had a retreat. We all went away, all the partners, to talk about, okay, how are we going to all of a sudden now become 2 restaurants, and then maybe even more. How are we going to divide our time? So it was a very thoughtful process. We didn't leave it to chance and let's just do it and see what happens. We really thought about it, and it means we had to talk about and think about what our values were, what was important to us.
Yeah.
And what was our mission, and what was our values, and things that were so important that we would never change. And then we could teach the people in the 2nd restaurant about that, and the 3rd restaurant, and the 4th restaurant. So that the important thing was that the restaurants all had the same values.
Right.
So if you went to one, you didn't think, oh, but that one is so different from the other. The food is different, and the look is different, but the service, the hospitality are the same. And it's a lot of work. Still, it's always a lot of work.
Yeah, wow. So you don't have too much time for are you married or?
No, I'm not married.
So you never had kids, so
no.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, good, because you have more time to dedicate to.
Yeah, it's hard.
Your
I was married once, but I'm not married now, and didn't have children. So this took a lot of my time.
Yeah.
But I don't regret anything. I mean, it's great. I've had a great life so far.
Yeah,
I've got another 30 years.
No, maybe 50.
I don't know about 50.
I'm sure you eat healthy. So
I do. I take good care of myself.
You're so fit. That's what I was going to ask. Like, how do you, I'm a foodie, and I'm like, he likes it too, and we like cheese, and we have the wine, and, we like so many things. How do you keep in shape?
Well, recently I started, last June of 2012, I decided, I was having my physical, and I decided to change. My doctor said, you should maybe think about losing some weight, and so I decided to really change my life. So I started an exercise program, and also changed my diet, the way I eat, and how much I eat, and the way I drink, and how much I drink, and since then I've lost about 40 pounds.
Wow! Oh my God!
I'm really, really in the best condition I've ever been. At 60, better condition than when I was 30.
You look like 40.
Yeah,
You don't look like
you.
60. My God, it's
So,
incredible. So that's good.
Yeah, it's just the determination that I really, this is important to me. If something is important to you, then you find a way to do it.
Yeah, of course.
And in life, I think we can have many things that are important to us that we love to do, and it's a question to decide. Sometimes you can't have them all. So, okay, this one is more important. So I'm going to do this. I could have a little of this, but this is really important. Then you just have to do,
So your portion control, and you control your weight.
Yeah, I eat how much I eat. I control how much I eat, and what I eat, and when I eat. And because it's also when you eat is important. If you eat very late and you go to bed, it's not very good for your system.
That's what we do.
Yeah. It's hard, because then your body is trying to sleep, and sleep is important because it rebuilds everything you need to do, to replenish your body. But if it's trying to digest also,
right,
then you don't get as good sleep, and if you don't get as good as sleep, then you're not rested and you're not strong.
That's true.
Yeah.
And now that you're in Japanese food, into that, so they're very healthy.
Yeah, that's one of the wonderful things about it is you can eat, they have these meals that are very long, but there's not a lot of fat.
And cheese or nothing like that?
They don't eat much cheese, and there's not a lot of butter and oil.
And
So
wheat is like not too much, maybe the noodles or things like that, but...
Sure, yeah. No, they have carbohydrates, and they have a lot of, protein, but lean protein.
Right.
Portions are smaller, much smaller. And they don't have rich, big desserts.
Yeah, they're
like
not into
here.
that too much.
Usually maybe some fruit or a little jelly or something, light. And so it's a lighter eating experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Now we're going to change it. What's your favorite type of music?
Well, I guess I mostly listen to classical music, but I do like certain jazz.
Do you like Latin
Not-
jazz?
Yeah. I don't like the very modern kind of freeform, this kind of stuff. I like music that is rhythmic and has a melody.
Oh, rock and roll.
But of course, rock and roll, yeah, definitely.
The Stones, you like? What's your favorite restaurant that you ever eaten? If you could eat just one meal, one memorable
That's so
meal,
hard.
that you could say, "Oh my God, this was incredible,"
Maybe from a favorite childhood restaurant.
or maybe no.
Well, I mean, there's, I go to
Rayo's?
yeah. But that's not because it's like the food is like, oh my God, this is so good. Right now, that's probably in Japan.
Okay.
Those kinds of, there's a sushi place that I go that makes me feel that way. There's been places in France where I've been. I can remember meals that were just so amazing.
Can you name one of them in France?
Well, I remember going to Alain Chapelle. It was a long time ago. And also in Switzerland, going to, what's his name? Gérard Rabet.
That you're gonna help me with.
Yeah, Rabet's R-A-B. How does he spell that?
They're still open?
I think so, yeah. The restaurant was called Le Pont de Brent. It's L-E-P-O-N-T-D-E-B-R-E-N-T.
Okay.
And Gérard Rabet, I think it's R-A-B-A-E-Y, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look that up on the internet.
Okay.
And actually, he's the, the chef Daniel Hum, who's the chef at 11 Madison Park now.
Oh, really?
This guy was his mentor, or a big mentor of his,
Okay.
when he was in Switzerland. But I remember that. I haven't been there in years, but it was a great meal. Really great restaurant.
You remember what you had?
Well, I remember having a duck that there was a young woman who was in the dining room, a server. She might have been Asian even. And she carved this duck so skillfully,
Wow.
at the table. They had to learn how to do that because he did a lot of these carving at the table. And of course, Tyrone in Paris.
Okay.
Tyrone was a great, great meal.
Let's see. Now that you're going to transition away from the full-time culinary director,
You already heard that news.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
It's getting out in the world now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well, I'll have more
Well,
time
you
to
hear
spend
it.
in
Wasn't it
Japan.
on Facebook?
It was on Facebook.
Yeah,
We have a
yeah.
page on Facebook, and I like the Union Square group.
Okay.
And then I got the news that I was like, my heart sank. I'm like, no.
Yeah, if it's on Facebook, it's out.
Yeah.
It's out there.
If we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eater picked it up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides Japanese, dedicating your time to Japan, but what else would you like to do with your, now that you will have in the future more time?
I need to just spend time. I haven't not worked since I was 14, I think. And it would be nice just to spend time not working
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think I could see teaching positions. I could see either formal or informal kind of teaching. Consulting. I mean, I still want to consult with my company. I'm still an investor in this company.
Yeah.
Still an owner. So as different jobs may come up with our catering company, I may get involved with that. Definitely spending more time in Japan. Maybe even up to half a year. I don't know. I don't have a definite plan yet. I'm really at this point just. It's too soon to have a strong plan. I just need to. I haven't even finished here yet. So I have to,
It's going to take time.
and then
to
take time to
transition.
just transition. But I'm very grateful to be able to do this, and is very exciting. It's also very frightening, because for 25 years here and probably 40 years, right, in the business,
Right.
this is all I've done. So for 40 years, you get up in the morning and you go to work in the kitchen.
Yeah. Wow.
So now it's a whole different possibility. But I think it's a wonderful thing because I see life as different phases, right? So the first one is you're a child and you're learning so many things that a child learns just about life. Then you go to school and you learn the school things, and maybe then you specialize in one thing that interests you, and then the next phase is you work, right?
Yeah.
You have your work life, your career. Maybe at that time you start your own family, and then at the end, and it could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who knows? You have what? What are you going to do with your life?
You enjoy it too?
Enjoy it, of course, I hope so.
Yeah.
And then just find a way to make it rich and make it rewarding.
Right.
So that's the new challenge.
Yeah. Probably, we hope to see you in the Hudson Valley. Have you ever been there? In the Hudson Valley?
Yeah, sure.
The
Yeah.
Warwick area.
Maybe not that area, yeah. That would be nice, yeah.
There's beautiful farms there, and there's
Yes.
a movement of like the grass-fed beef, and
Yeah.
to have a little bit more time to slow cook things, and
Yeah.
it's growing there a lot.
Right.
I don't know about here, but
Yeah.
it's
The
like
table.
Yeah, we're, Gramercy Tavern has a lot of connections with farmers and growers up there, sure.
in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
We'd like to
Great.
see you there.
Okay.
one day. I was gonna bring you a wine from there, from the Warwick Winery, but
Yeah.
I don't know you like,
Oh, that's good. This
I
is
think
great.
the best thing you can do if you consider yourself a chef is make him something quick and
looking
amazing.
forward to this, yeah.
Yeah, he sound. You can. I know they're not hot, but you could put them like about 45 seconds in the microwave.
Okay.
They're not. I made them in the grill this morning and
Yeah.
all that. I'm like, oh
That's
my god.
so nice of you. Thank you.
I hope they keep fresh.
That's so nice of you.
That's
I
why
know
I
you're
took-
busy and your children and everything.
Yeah, I have one child.
She actually cooks everything for my son. He's on a special diet.
Okay.
So he's gluten-free, casein-free,
Soy free.
soy-free,
Corn-free.
corn-free.
So you can't have these then.
No.
She's created special things for him. On our website, she actually has something about a special strawberry jam, like snack bar, which he rejected, but she put the recipe up there.
Yeah. It's like the opposite. Everything's so. It's not the same that we used to eat.
No.
And I hope
No.
that we
it's
soon
a
awake.
shame. Yeah.
Like that with the bees. It's just so sad. They're getting autism. The bees.
Really?
That's what they're dying of. They can't. They're confused. They don't know the routes anymore. They're dying like by thousands. And we still use
probably
pesticides.
because of all the pesticides and everything.
Yeah. Maybe in the future you will have a little small organic restaurant. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Opening a restaurant again, it's
A tiny thing.
it's too much work. Yeah, it's a lot, even if it's tiny. I go to places. One of my favorite places in Tokyo, sushi, is 6 seats. Only 6 seats.
Wow.
But I know that it's just the man and his wife, and I know they work very hard.
Really?
The quality is really, really high. And it's, it'll cost you easily $300 or $400 a person. Stop. But
Hold on. I know. I won't take your time too long, but maybe 5 more minutes.
but it's
This is very important.
just because it's so small, he works very hard.
Do you know the name of that restaurant?
Sawada, Sawada.
Okay. Wow, incredible.
Yeah. Amazing to think you can make a living on 6 seats.
Like this place that I told you before, it's only 18 seats. Nihanjiori.
Nihon Ryori, yeah.
Yeah. And I will send you the website.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.